All right. Very good afternoon, everyone. I am Rahul Bharadwaj, and today we are going to look into how you, as a user of GSDCost, can reduce your costing time by 90% using our AI solution without compromising on any of the standard and the accuracy which you get from GSDCost. Before we uh, go talk about the solution, let me introduce myself. I am Rahul Bharadwaj. I am product owner of GSDCost as well as the Seamworks product in Courts Digital. And today we are going to take you through what who we are, uh, what is the industry context of GSDCost, the application I'm going to talk about, what are the key benefits, and I will also introduce you to GSDQuest, which is our new AI solution. To begin with, uh, I will also introduce my organization, and we will keep Q&A for the end, where we will take a pause and we will take your questions. And meanwhile, you can use the chats to post your questions as well, which we will be able to take at the end of the presentation. So talking about Courts, we are part of Courts Global, which is a 270 years old company working across the globe, providing different products and services to our customers. In Courts, we are part of Courts Digital, which is the digital division of Courts, where we have industry expertise in garment manufacturing area, where we create digital applications for garment manufacturers, for brands. And the product which I'm going to talk about is GSDCost, which is used to standardize critical matrices like SMV. And this gives you and your organization one version of truth for SMV. So, and I will also dive into the AI solution which GSDCost has. Before I go in further details about the product, let me take you through the context that why GSDCost is helpful for you. If you look at the current business environment, you will see that across the industry, we are seeing rising costs, margin pressure, then pressure for faster turnaround time, and then increasing complexity of the style itself, right? 10 years before we had lesser styles and with less complexity, but if you see now you have, fast fashion, you have, styles which change not every month, but every week you get a different kind of style, different kind of variation, right? If you will look at the production environment on top of the business challenges, you have inaccurate efficiencies, the inaccuracy in your production capabilities. We do not have the visibility of our own capacities because we do not have the proper work measurement tools, the scientific work measurement tools, right? We have unbalanced production lines, and we have then incentives which are unachievable for our workers. And at the bottom of it all, that we do not have a visibility of our cutting making time as well as the cost. So how does a application like GSDCost help? To address this, we have an application GSDCost, which gives you one version of the truth, one version of the SMV by creating a better costing, a better labor costing, and better method standardization. What you get is the standard time of the garment. When you have visibility of the standard time, you have visibility of your own capacities. Once you have your visibility of your own capacities, you can predict your outputs better. You can predict your shipment dates better. And this results into less shipment delays, right? And your enhanced control on your own cost. Yeah. With that foundation in place, let's look at how GSDCost is building on top of it, how GSDCost is helping you. Yeah. So GSDCost is built with international time to create international time standards, and this uses an approach called predetermined motion code. That means every human motion which you perform, whether in apparel manufacturing or any kind of process, right? These motion codes are quantified. There is a time value associated with it. And when you combine all of these motion codes, what you get is GST cost motion codes. We have 39 GST cost motion codes, which are used to create what is called operations. So if you are creating a garment like the shirt, right? So you have different kind of operations for a shirt, right? You have collar run stitch, you have collar turning, top stitch, pressing, you have placket stitching, you have placket pressing, folding, all of that. So for each of these operations, you can, create a GST cost method by combining these GST cost code. One of these code example, you can see it on your screen, like MG2T, which is get, get, put, get. So these five micro motions combined together create a GST cost code. So these GST cost code, when combined, create operation. And you can combine multiple operations to create a feature. So your collar can have multiple feature, right? So you can create one feature for all the operations of a collar. And when you are analyzing your garment, your shirt, you do not have to create operations from the scratch every time, right? You can pick what kind of collar you have, what kind of front you have, back you have, pocket, placket. All of these features you can pick, and what you will get, the standard time for a shirt and a standard method for a shirt. This is what is the foundation of GST, right? And this is where our new application GSDQuest comes into picture. The whole process of looking at a garment image and then selecting the feature manually one by one. This is where Quest help you. How? Let's see. In Quest, what you do, we allow users to upload images of the garment, just like when I perform a costing or I perform a method analysis. I look at a garment, I look at the various seams, various parts of the garment, how they look like, what is their shape, what are their seam types. Quest does it for you. It looks at the garment image. It deciphers that what kind of neck it has, what kind of sleeve, front, back, hem, assembly, what kind of feature it has got. Then it aligns with your own database. If you have used GST cost for long, you will have your own GST cost library. So it will map the garment with the library which you have got, and then it will pick the right feature from your own library. If you have not got any GST cost library of your own, if you are starting afresh, you can also use our QED library, which we provide from our side. There are thousands of different kind of styles which you can create using our library, or if you have already got your own library, you can create different variations to make sure that GSDQuest is giving you accurate results and not like any other AI slop which we see, in market, where you upload a garment description and gives you a random SMV, as a result. GSDQuest uses something called template, which is like giving users the control that how Quest is going to work. It works as a guardrail so that you define that if I am uploading this kind of garment, Quest is going to pick one of the collar, one of the sleeve, one of the front, back, like that. You can define that. You can define that what is optional and what is mandatory to be chosen, right? So we have GSDQuest and then we have templates, right? So you can define the rule of creating a garment analysis in template, and Quest will follow that rule, right? And it will make it faster so that once you have created a template, the Quest will use it every time you will upload an image to follow those rules and give you a standard minute value, right? And not only the standard minute value, it will also give you thread information. So if you have uploaded an image, Quest is looking into the seams detail. It is looking into the length of those seams, what kind of stitch type you are using, what kind of stitch per centimeter you are using. And based on that, it will give you a very, very accurate thread consumption results as well, right? So let's dive into how exactly it works, right? So first, what a user will need to do is to create a template. This is where you are creating the rule, you are setting, you are connecting your own libraries with the Quest. So I will show you one example. Like this is here, a user is creating a template for polo. So you are creating a template for polo. We are basically setting up rules like, product categories, product type you are mentioning. You can also specify that what kind of template it is by providing it some tags, and adding an image is always better so that you can identify your own templates, right? Then you can link your template with your own library. So right now I am linking my own folders for collar, for front, the back, all of that with my template. Yeah. So this is one time. Once you have set this rule that Quest, please go check into these folders. If you have to pick collar, go into this folder. If you have to pick front, go into this folder. So you have already defined that connection. You can also set the minimum and maximum rules, right? Once you have done that, then Quest comes into picture. It is going to use your template. So right now in Quest, I'm uploading multiple images. You can upload multiple images. You can upload up to 6 images. So once you upload the image, Quest looks into all of these images, right? And looks into the details of those images, that what kind of neck you have got, what kind of bottom hem you have, what kind of front back you have, right? And it is mapping with your own library. That let's look into the library, what kind of collar we have got, and then it selects it for you, right? And it gives you the SMV at the bottom, you can see. You also have the option to change the feature. If you are not satisfied, and if you want to make a change, and if you want to see a different scenario, that what if I want to do it with a different kind of neck. So you can select a different option. And once you choose that, it will automatically update the SMV for you, right? So this allows you to just upload an image, and you see here that within 21 seconds, it has populated the result. Now imagine the scenario that you have your own design application, right? You have your own, ERP, your own PLM system from which you are getting the orders. GSDCost can connect with your applications, get all those images in, and can create all of those analysis within this time, right? Even less than that, right? All of those together. And with you having the control of the quality, it is not a random AI generated result. It is the quality which you have created through your own analysis. It is helping you match with your data, with the image, right? And you have the control. If you want to change, you can change the results as well. And this is just a start, right? Let me show you what we plan to introduce in Quest later as well, right? And what it can deliver in future. We are planning to add in Quest the option to upload tech packs also. Right now, you saw the example where you just uploaded the image. Now imagine that you have a PDF tech pack where the buyer has provided the images of the garment, right? The size breakdown, all of that, right? You upload that, and based on the tech pack instruction, the Quest can read the image from the tech pack and provide you the result. Yeah. We provide the option to, apply prompts. If you have used the chat GPT or any other AI solution nowadays, you will see that you can interact with the AI. So we plan to provide, the interaction facility with Quest so that you can ask Quest, right? That what if this garment didn't had any pocket? Can you give me the analysis? It can read from your response, and it can apply that to the analysis itself. It can change remove the pocket and can give you the SMV. You can tell that I do not want this analysis with packing. Can you remove packing or can you include packing? Both the cases. You can set the case and it can reanalyze for you and give you the result. Yeah. Similarly, you can upload the material and size level details as well because you have got the POs where you have size wise breakdown, right? So you have the size wise quantity. So for each size, it can tell you that what is the variation in SMV. So if you have analyzed it for a medium size, what is going to be SMV decrease for a smaller size? What is the SMV increase for a larger size? It can tell you from your own data. This was the size difficulty. It can also look into your material information that if I want to create the same garment for a different kind of material, you can check that. You can provide through prompt that can you give me the same analysis for let's say 100% polyester or maybe 50% cotton, 50% polyester, right? It can look into your material difficulty library and it can give you a different SMV based on your material difficulty factors as well. Yeah. And then on top of that, we also plan to bring into the wage assessment into Quest. That means you have already provided through the tech pack the option to upload and read the size-wise quantity, the total PO order, right? What Quest can do in future, it can read your location of manufacturing and can give you the wage data that if you want to manufacture this garment in India, in Bangalore, right? What is going to be the cost of this style for this quantity based on the local minimum wage data of Bangalore, or what is going to be based on a fair wage details of that area. What is going to be the cost of a style based on the agreed wage in that area, right? So this all can be done just by uploading tech pack where you have location of manufacturing, right? So there is a lots of possibility, and this is now. Quest is available now so that you can try it now as well. If you want, you can, if you have GSDCost, you can reach out to any of our course digital team member, right? They will be happy to help you with onboarding on Quest, and you will be able to check it as well by uploading the image, how you can generate the SMV quickly, right? With that, I will take some time to answer your questions if you have, right? Anand, do we have questions from the user which we can discuss?
We do have questions, Rahul. So
Sure.
there is a question from there's a question which says in GST cost and quest, is SMV and SAM the same thing?
That's a good question. Yeah. So in GSDCost, SMV and SAM are not the same. SMV is based on the 2000 TMU factor, and SAM we call based on 1667 TMU factor. So SMV, if you are using 2000 TMU factor, we call it SMV. If you are using 1667 TMU factor, we call it SAM. Yeah.
Okay, one more question. So the example T-shirt seemed 3D created. Are the results, the SMV processes still accurate with technical drawing is what is being asked.
Okay, so Quest is being designed to work with not only the images, but also the 3D rendering. That is something we aspire. That once we have integrations opportunities with any of your designs applications, uh, Quest will definitely be ready to read from the images or the 3D rendering of the garment which we have got. So it can look into the seam details, it can look into the styles more closely if you have your design application which can provide 3D images and provide you better results, in fact. So Quest works, more data you will provide to the Quest, better the results will be. If you are providing just one image, which has just the front view, right? So it can give you the analysis for the front, and it can also make a wise guess for, for this kind of garment, what kind of back it will have. But if you will provide different images from different angles, from front, the back, from inside out, right, the results will be even closer. Yeah, I hope this answered your question.
There's one more.
Mhm.
So, what level of accuracy can we expect compared to the traditional GST costing method?
Okay, so Quest is providing you the same accuracy which you are getting through GSDCost because it is your same data. Quest is not creating a new analysis. What it is doing is it is using your own data which you have created over the years, and it is creating faster analysis by looking at the garment and matching the relevant feature from your own library to create the standard minute value. Yeah. So the same standard of accuracy which you have in GSDCost, the results are going to be the same. Yeah. Only thing is that it will be much more faster. Yeah. With just a garment image upload, it can give you results instantaneously. And you can also create multiple costing at the same time because you do not have to upload one image at a time. So you can actually link it with your ERP or other application. And you can target Quest to read through multiple images for multiple styles, and it can give you the result.
There's one more, Rahul. So,
Mhm.
how much historical data is required for the AI to generate reliable costings?
Okay, so that's a good question. So you can start without even your local data as well. So if you are thinking that I do not have any local data, do I have to wait for long to create a reliable analysis? No, because we also provide our own libraries, right? And those libraries can be used to create the analysis if you want to use for your own data. Even if you have a few sets of analysis to create one garment, right? Because we are not training any AI model for creating the analysis, right? We are reading the image and pointing it to the right direction, that which feature to choose, right? For that, there is no limitation that you need to have a minimum amount of data. So even if you have one set of data, if you are uploading an image, and if Quest can find from your feature list that you have got the image, right? You have got the feature, then it will give you the result. If you do not have the result, if you do not have the sufficient data in terms of template or in terms of feature, it will give you, the information that for this particular image, for this particular garment type, you do not have data yet. So you can create your features and then try again. Yeah.
There's one more question, Rahul. Does the system improve its accuracy based on actual production feedback over time?
So yes, in a way that when you are uploading the image, when you are getting the results, right? Right now, we improve our templates. We provide suggestions to the user. If you are using GSDCo, it is not only the AI which we are AI tool we are providing you. We are also providing you through our training, through our consultations, that how best you can leverage the power of AI, how you will be able to create your features, your template, right? So we will be able to provide you, guide you on that journey, that if there is something we can improve through the template, our team of experts will be able to help you with that. Yeah.
There's one more, Rahul. So, the question is, for inside seams, do we have to upload images of a turned out garment?
Yeah, that's a good question. If you have, got the image from inside out, that is best. If you haven't got, then Quest will try to match what is best possible for this garment type. So Quest can look into your garment type if you are uploading a t-shirt, right? And what is the most common type of side seam? For example, side seam, right? Side seam, if you are uploading a image from the front or back, I'm not able to see. The Quest is not able to see that, right? But it can go through your feature library and make the best possible match, that for this kind of garment which you have uploaded, what kind of side seam fits best with this garment. Yeah. So you can see that for a t-shirt, it will make that decision based on the product type. Yeah, for a denim, it will make that decision based on a product type. You need to have that feature in your library. That's the condition. If you have got that, if you have multiple options, it will pick the best option. Okay.
Also, what is the implementation time for Quest?
If you have, so Quest works with GSDCost. So if you have already got GSDCost, so there will be a different implementation timeline. You can reach out to our, your nearest customer success team or sales team with that, and based on your own organization, they can, they can assess and give you a timeline that, because you might need some training on your, libraries as well. You might not be creating feature libraries, and you might need some help in that area as well. So it will depend on your own organization's complexity. But if you have got active GSDCost license, if you are working with GSDCost, and if you, additionally, if you get GSDQuest as well, you can start as early, as early as within a week if you have got the feature libraries, because template creation, which is a prerequisite for Quest to work, doesn't take more than a day to create a template, to create all of your template, in fact, right? So the requirement is simple. You need to have a functioning feature library. You need to have a template creation doesn't take long, but feature library you will need to create. Once you have that ready, Quest can, link with your feature library and can start giving you result.
We have
One
one
more.
more question.
Yeah.
Will the Quest be able to identify the fabric type, as some need additional operations like seam slippage?
Hmm. That's a good point, and that is where, the material difficulty factor comes into picture, which I was showing after the demo. That in our future updates, we also plan to include the material difficulty, right? So if you in your own library you created analysis which are based for a basic cotton fabric, right? And if you want to move from cotton to some other fabric, right, where difficulty levels are different, higher maybe, if you are moving from cotton to satin, so it can be a different material, different method altogether, right? But it will help you see a what if scenario, that if I'm changing the material from this to this, right, GST Quest will be able to give you impact on the SMV by looking at your material difficulties, right? It can read your material, type from the image which you upload, right? Better still, if you upload a close-up image of your material, that will be even better, right? So from that material image, it will be able to suggest you that based on your material difficulty, your SMV will be impacted by this much percent. That is definitely something we can do in Quest, and this is already planned in our roadmaps to implement. Yeah.
And then does Quest come as an upgradation with GSD cost under the same subscription?
GST Quest is sold as a separate feature. So because in GST Cost you have multiple different kind of features like line balancing, material and size factor, fair wage, all of that, right? GST Quest you can have separately as well, right? So you can reach out to your nearest courts representative, course digital representative. They will be able to guide you on Quest pricing and how you can get the subscription.
There's one more. How easily can GST Quest integrate with our existing ERP or PLM systems?
So I mean, we have our APIs ready to get the data from GST Cost, but to integrate with your ERP and PLM systems to take the images and all, I mean that we will look into case to case basis. So if you have such scenario, you can reach out to us once you have the Quest, license. Once you start using the Quest, we can set it up for you. Okay. we are just a call away. You can actually reach out to us over email with your requirement that you want to integrate, Quest with your ERP. We will set it up for you.
And is there a free trial period?
I think Anant, we the course uh, team members, our course sales team members and pre-sales team members, they will be able to, users can reach out to them and they will be able to guide them. I think it depends on the customers who, if you have already got GSDCost or not, how, if you have got the feature library or not, right? So these questions we will need to get answer. If you are ready, I think they can provide you the trial periods as well. But I think users will need to connect with the customer success and sales team member. They will be able to answer their question. And if you have got any specific case, you can drop in your organization name. We will reach out to our customer success team members and they will connect with you. Yeah.
Hope that answers your questions.
You can also connect us. Oh, Ranger April Exports Private Limited. Thank you for dropping in that information. I think Anant, we can connect the user with our Indian team, and they will be able to guide them. Yeah.
Sure, sure.
Yeah. You can also reach out to our LinkedIn page to stay connected. We post very regularly on the new updates on Quest, what is coming next, what we offer right now, right? And you can reach to me also on LinkedIn, right? You can post your questions there as well. You can post to our marketing team, everyone, right? And we will be very happy to help you with your questions. All right. Take note of the meeting.
Right, I think if we don't have any questions, we can close the session. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining in and look forward to the next session.
Thank you, everyone for joining in. Thank you for your time, and we will look forward to your questions, your comments, if you have any for us, and we'll get back to you. Yeah.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you all.